Welcome to UK Foot Golf News.
Welcome to UK Foot Golf News, the first UK-based podcast that talks about everything foot golf in the UK. I'm Sean Rontry, your host, and this is episode 3. In this episode, we will bring you all the results from last month's competitions, and 2 very special guests will be joining us later. We start our roundup of results with the Capital Cup. Fabien Helbois won the 2017 Capital Cup, defeating Antonio Balestra in a playoff. Slovakian Thomas Barkol came third, with Ben Clark, the best UK player, in tied 11th. And so we move on to the French Open. Homeboy Nicolas Cousin was named champion. Ex-Argentinian captain Fabian Ayala was second, with Andre Piscopo third. A good competition for the English boys, with Jamie Cullum 5th and Clinton Moore 6th. This was also stage 4 of the UK International Tour, where Jamie Cullum won his first iPro event, with Clinton Moore 2nd, Ben Clark 3rd, Neil Shave and Nick Iron tied for 4th. In the amateur section, Chris Hopton was champion, Paul Bolton 2nd and Mark Eaglestone 3rd. In the ladies section, champion was Sophie Brown, Susie Berg came 2nd and Charlotte Gara 3rd. And finally, in the over 45s, Mark Eaglestone recorded another victory, with Darren Carrick 2nd and Aidy Hurrell 3rd. The next action brings us back home to the UK, with stage 5 of the Super Series at Cannock Park. In the men's section, Jamie Cullum made it back-to-back wins to storm away with victory after shooting an incredible 14 under par to win by 3 shots from Tom Spink and Neil Shave. In the over 45 section, Sean Rontry defeated Paul Dowdy in a playoff for victory to win his first event, with Andy Peck grabbing more valuable national ranking points by finishing 3rd. Natalie Richardson won by 6 shots in the ladies event, with Charlotte Gara 2nd and Sophie Brown finishing 3rd. The Super Series has a 2-month break now as the UK International Tour gathers momentum with events in Italy, the north of England and the Scottish Open before the UK Open on August the 19th. Let's just take a quick look at the rankings for the Super Series. In the men's section, Jason Parkinson continues to lead with 598 points. Second place Tom Spink, 577 points, and Gavin Craig with 570 points in third place. In the ladies section, again it's close. Sophie Brown leading at the moment with 955 points. Natalie Richardson close on her tail with 880 points, and Joanne Carr in third with 645 points. In the overs, Sean Rontry continues to lead with 857 points. Delvis Hayward is second with 844 points, and third is Andy Peck with 732 points. And so we move on to the Italian Open. Jason Parkinson led after the first and second day of the 6th stage of the 2017 European Foot Golf Tour, and then resisted the challenges on the final day. He became the first winner of a FIFG major tournament in the European Foot Golf Tour's history. Jamie Cullum picked Andre Piscopo in a playoff for second place after both finished on -25. The UK's Owen Peck won the junior event under 18 with a score of 13 under. This was also stage 5 of the UK International Tour. So in the iPro event, Jason Parkinson was first, Jamie Cullum 2nd, Ben Clark 3rd. In the amateurs, Owen Peck beat Drew Downey in a playoff to win, with Liam Tipton 3rd. In the ladies section, Sophie Brown recorded another victory with Susie Berg 2nd and Charlotte Gara 3rd. And in the over 45s, Mark Eaglestone continued his good form with the first place, Stuart Paisley 2nd and Aidy Hurrell 3rd. we're now joined by our first special guest. This man is the first winner of an FIFG major tournament in European Foot Golf Tour's history, winning the Italian Open. Jason Parkinson. Hello, Jason. Are you there?
Hey, right, Sean Montre. I'm good, thanks.
Good to hear from you. So, talk me through Italy. What was it like?
Italy was very, very nice. The people was amazing, very friendly, very welcoming. It was very clean, tidy, and the course was really nice, simple. Yeah, I loved it.
You led from the first day. I mean, I think you were leader on the first day all the way through to the end. I mean, your first day score of -11, pretty good score that.
Yeah, it was an amazing score. I played really well. Obviously, I think sometimes it helps when you've got a nice group of people with you as well. And that day, I had really nice people in my group, so that helped as well.
Yeah, I always think that helps. If you get a good group, I think you feel more comfortable and play to your best of your abilities.
Yeah.
So day 2 dropped off a little bit, if I can say that. You only scored -8.
Yeah. Well, I knew that I wouldn't be able to match my -11 because I knew that I played really well. So I thought to myself, I'd be very happy with -7. So when I came in -8, I was kind of over the moon. So
Excellent. So going into the last day, pressure on. Quite a few people, Jamie Cullum, Andre Piscopo, chasing you down. How did you feel going on the first tee? Any nerves, or did you feel pretty confident?
I don't really feel nervous. Obviously, I only had a 1-shot lead on 2 people and 2 shots on Jamie, but I know they're really good players. And obviously, being in the last group, I can keep my eye on the scorer anyway, but because the course, it suited the way I play, I felt confident. I liked the course, so I was just enjoying myself playing foot golf.
Yep.
And the birdies was just coming, so I was enjoying it.
Excellent. And how does it feel knowing that you're the first winner of an FIFG major in Europe?
I actually think that it's only just sunk in today.
Yeah.
Because today, Italy have paid my money today, which I'm very grateful for, which didn't take them long to pay at all.
Super.
And it's it just feels real now.
You've got the money in the bank.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what's your plans with them? What's your plans for the money?
For the money, obviously, because I haven't got a sponsor and I do have to pay for all these trips myself, accommodation, flight, entry fee. It's now gave me the chance to do more world tours, do more EFGs and do more tours, so I get to travel more, so I'm over the moon with that, and I'm probably doing a lot more tournaments this year. Excellent.
I mean, you're having a very successful season so far. I mean, you're topping the national rankings in the UK, the Race to Paris, the Super Series Men, the UK International Tour Pro. You're top, ranked number 1 in the UK. So aspirations for the rest of the year, like you say, play more tours and win many more.
Yeah, hopefully just enter ones and try my best and just keep going. Really, just keep playing as much foot golf as I can.
Super. And how does it feel? Obviously, you're not topping all the rankings. How does it feel being Notts number 2?
Yeah, that's funny.
No, I think you probably just picked me now for Notts number 1 now after that win in Italy.
Yeah, just.
Well, all I can say is absolutely fantastic performance. Us all in the UK and especially in Foot Golf Notts, we're very proud of you for what you've achieved in Italy and everything you've done. I mean, you've improved so much this season. I see you firsthand most weeks, see how you play it, and I've noticed a massive improvement this year. What do you put that down to?
I would definitely put it down to practicing. Just putting in the time, even if you have to go on your own and no one else is interested in going that day with you, put yourself out there, put that extra effort in, sacrifice maybe something else to play more foot golf, practice different types of courses, short technical courses, long courses, just even practice from playing from the rough.
Yeah.
Just go around and play in the rough sometimes, and just so in case you do go in the rough, you know how to play from the rough. It's you should never have to worry about playing any shot.
Yeah.
You should be prepared and know how to play the shot, and that's probably about it, really.
Okay, brilliant. Well, thanks for the time talking to me. I wish you every success for the rest of the season, and I hope you get everything you practice for. Because I know. Like I said, I've seen you practice 2 or 3 times a week. I've been lucky enough to join you quite a few occasions, and you've certainly taught me a lot. But I wish you every success for the rest of the year.
Thanks for that, Sean. It's always a pleasure practicing with you and obviously helping you with your game as well. I like to help as many people as I can improve their game because I love competition. If they want no competition, it'd be boring. It won't be challenging. So I love the competition. It makes it worth fighting for.
Brilliant. Okay. Thanks very much for your time, Jason.
No problem.
Time for special guest number 2. This young man won the UK junior title last year, and this year in his first full season in the men's division has been doing really well. We're now joined by Owen Peck. Hi Owen, how are you doing?
I'm good, thanks mate. You?
Yeah, I'm very well, thank you. Thanks for joining me today. I'd just like to talk, obviously, you won the juniors last year.
Yeah.
So you've moved up into now to the senior section. How are you finding things so far this season?
Yeah, it's definitely a change. I mean, juniors last year there weren't many juniors about, but it was still challenging. But it's definitely a lot more challenging this year with more players with a better standard. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, obviously you're doing really well. I think you've made the transition very easily. You're moving up the rankings, causing people a lot of problems.
Yeah, I mean, I feel I'm doing okay. I think I could be doing better. Obviously, it's a lot more harder. I've just got to be patient. I haven't had a podium yet. Well, apart from the amateurs in Italy, but I haven't had a podium in the UK yet. And I've just got to be patient with it.
Yeah, I think that's going to come very soon. I mean, obviously, like you just said, you won the junior section in the Italian Open.
Yeah.
How was that experience?
Oh, it was such a good experience. I mean, I did Norway before that, and that was my first European tour. I really enjoyed that, coming 6th.
Yeah.
And then to go to Italy and win the under-18s, it's just amazing. Such a nice course, just such a good time with good people.
And you had some good scores. I mean, I think your first round you were 7 under. Is that right?
Yeah, 7 under.
Had a bit of a dip on the second day, just a level par on the second day.
Yeah, second day was a bit disappointing for me, I think, because there was a lot more weather from the first day, because obviously on the first day it had storms and everything. But on the second day it just felt like nothing was going in. It was sort of like leaving short.
Okay.
It's just a bit disappointing, but it was okay.
But you fought back and obviously shot a 6 under on the last day to finish 13 under par.
Yes.
So you won the junior section. How many shots did you win the junior section by?
I think it was either 6 or 8 in the end.
Brilliant.
I mean, on the final day, I thought I had the scores coming up on my thing, and I just played it so sensible. I didn't really go for anything.
Yeah.
I was just making sure I had shots clear. Just felt like that was the best way to do it.
Well, I mean, obviously the Italian Open was stage 5 of the International Pro Tour, and you were in the amateur section there, which you finished level top with Drew Downey on
Drew Downey. Drew Downey had a really good third day of 9 under.
Yeah.
When I come in, I was surprised because it was such a good score on the last day.
Yeah.
And I had to do a playoff with him.
Which you won.
Yeah, which I won.
Yeah, and I mean that just shows. I mean, if looking at the leaderboard for the amateur section, you were 13 under, Drew Downey 13 under. The next guy who finished third was Liam Tipton, who finished only on -5. So you're 8 shots ahead of the third place guy, which is some achievement.
Yeah, I mean, I spoke to Liam after. Obviously, we were together for Italy. He was very disappointed with his third round. Me and him were having a bit of banter. He was 1 shot clear of me on the second day, and I think he just lost his head on the final day.
Yeah.
Which was disappointing because he's a nice lad and I wanted him to do well.
But obviously you have to do well yourself. So
yeah.
So brilliant. So obviously winner of the Italian Open in the junior section. What's next for you?
next for me will be Rosebery Grange, which I'm looking forward to because pairs in the morning, which will be good. And while obviously on the Saturday I'll be going up to watch England versus Scotland, which is going to be a really good event. I think I'm looking forward to watching that and supporting the England boys. And then on the Sunday, obviously the pairs in the morning and the individuals in the afternoon.
Yeah, and that's the next thing for you as well. Going up to Scotland, you've actually been selected to play for England against Scotland.
Yeah, over the moon with that.
Excellent. Yeah, I know how that feels. I'm looking forward to that one as well up at Rosebery. And after that, hopes for the rest of the season?
Yeah, well then I'm obviously going to do England versus Scotland on the Saturday of the Scottish Open. I'm looking to register for the Scottish Open, looking forward to that. And mainly just concentrate on the UK events. I don't think I'm going to be doing the UK Open, but we'll see.
Yep.
And then just booked Portugal, doing the Grand Finals at EFT, and that's going to be amazing because I've seen the course. It just looks unreal.
Does look unreal. Looks really good. Okay. Well, thanks very much for joining us today. I hope you do well for the rest of the season. Start moving up the rankings, and I'm sure 1 year very soon you'll be UK's number one.
Yes, that's what I'm hoping for. Thank you very much.
All right, Owen. We'll see you soon. Thank you.
See you soon. Bye.
Let's just bring you up to date with the current rankings in the UK. First of all, the race to Paris, and the top 10 is as follows. First, Jason Parkinson, 1,686 points. Second, Jamie Cullum, 1,484 points. Third, Ben Clark, 1,381 points. Fourth, Neil Shave from Scotland, 1,180 points. In fifth place is Gavin Craig, also from Scotland, 1,150 points. Mark Scotchford is in sixth with 1,102 points. Liam Shoots close behind him in seventh with 1,077 points. Tom Spink is in eighth with 1,057 points. Nick Iron in ninth with 925 points. And finally in position 10 is Cole May with 907 points. The national rankings: Jason Parkinson first, Jamie Cullum second, Ben Clark third, Neil Shave fourth, Gavin Craig fifth. In the over 45s in the national rankings, Mark Eagleston is currently number one after playing 10 events with 1,898 points. Stu Pays is second with 1,530 points. Adi Hurrell third, 1,212 points. Darren Carrick is in fourth, 1,124 points. And Chris Woods in fifth, 1,059 points. Sean Rowntree is sixth, 1,049 points. Andy Peck 7th, 1,008 points, and Delvis Haywood is currently 8th with 957 points. In the ladies section, Sophie Brown is currently leading with 1,837 points. Second place, Charlotte Gara, 1,455 points. Third place, Jen Counton, 1,426 points. Natalie Richardson is fourth, 1,156 points. And Rachel Paisley is fifth, 1,036 points. And finally, one more bit of news. Foot Golf England captain Ben Clark has announced his team to face Foot Golf Scotland in the two-leg match to be staged at the International Tour North of England Open at Rosebery Grange, followed by the return leg on the eve of the Scottish Open at Bridgend. On selecting his team, UK champion Clark commented, "It was a difficult decision with so many quality players across England, but it was a chance for me to select some of those who missed out on the Janssen Cup and deserved to be part of the first England team." When quizzed about his chances of victory, Ben Clark added, "Yeah, we're confident as we should be with our team, but Scotland also have some quality players, so we can't take them lightly. It's going to be fun." The Foot Golf England squad to face Scotland is as follows. Captain Ben Clark, Clinton Moore, Cole May, Mark Scotchford, Tom Spink, Jason Parkinson, Philip Price, Sophie Brown, Natalie Richardson, Mark Eagleston, Delvis Flatnote Haywood, myself, Sean Rowntree, Mark Cow, Dan Spice, Liam Shoots, Jamie Cullum, Nick Iron, Steve Baker and Owen Peck. That's it for this episode. Thanks for listening and join us again next month.
UK Foot Golf News sponsored by Vintage Foot Golf.